So let's talk about the world view of Sheng. Again, the idea is that is a force in us that knows how to live, that knows how to be healthy, all on its own. Much like a flower starts as a seed, and the force of the wood element allows that to sprout and shoot upward and flower outward through all of its nutrition, moving upward and outward towards the sun, and then to get cultivated by that sun. It doesn't need to try to do that. It doesn't need to try to, it's just a natural, it's a natural life force. But if we could carry that metaphor just a few more steps, I'll give you an example. Day before yesterday, I was on a phone call, a community of OB-GYN specialists. We get together on a conference call once or twice a month. And I was on the phone call, and we had a speaker. You may have heard of him. His name is Dr. Gabor Mate. He was wrote a famous book called When the Body Says No, and it's about stress-related immune issues and so on. So he was on the call, and somehow when you're talking about autoimmune-related issues, the discussion quickly goes to psycho-emotional underpinnings of how somehow the person can't say no for themselves, so the body does. So we were talking about how through self-development and spiritual pursuits, we get to a place of where maybe we don't have so much judgment of ourselves and judgment of each other. And Dr. Mate said, well, gosh, you know what, I have judgments all the time. I'm thinking this about this person, I'm thinking this about myself, and I just don't pay attention to it. I don't confuse those judgments as though they're me anymore. And I thought, that's exactly right. That these judgments that we have, maybe I have a self-judgment, for example, like maybe I'm not prepared enough. Maybe somebody else should be giving this talk because they know more about this. These self-judgments, that's a self-judgment. And what's important is to not confuse that judgment with you. That's a thought. So that thought, whatever it is, I made that up at this moment, but that thought becomes the seed that is planted that will become your current or your future health problem. That's what Sheng is all about. But the idea of Sheng is that we have habits. We have habits, and they are either physical. I should write complete sentences since English is a second language. Physical or emotional, and I would even argue mental. We have a certain direction that our body habitually goes to. Like, how about the person who, no matter what emotion they're feeling, it pops out as anger? It's like, I'm afraid, but it comes out as anger. I feel really sad right now, but I'm yelling at everyone. That's a habit. So we could call these seeds, we could call these the cause. Then we could say that the condition, which for the seed would be the sun and the soil and the water and all of that, that's what makes that seed grow.